Did you know that a 71-year-old man died softly in his sleep last night? His family was taken aback because he appeared to be in excellent health the day before. There are no serious health problems or warning indications. But by daybreak, he had never awoken. It seems terrible, but here's something many folks don't realize. After the age of 70, many nighttime practices that appear harmless, even healthy, can discreetly raise the risk of strokes, heart attacks, or unexpected death during the night. The scariest part is that most of us have no idea we are making these blunders. That is why I'm going to expose 4 evening habits you should avoid when you become 70. These aren't complex medical lectures. They are common selections that you can see directly in your own home. Understanding them allows you to protect your heart, improve your sleep, and increase your chances of waking up stronger each morning. Before we begin, I'd like to hear from you. Tell me in the comments where you're seeing this video and what time of day it is right now. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If not, please press the like button. I will continue to appreciate your support. Once we reach the age of 70, the body we've lived with for decades no longer behaves the way it used to, and the changes, albeit gradual, affect every aspect of daily life, including how we sleep at night. The digestive tract, which could previously handle a late dinner or a midnight snack without difficulty, begins to slow down. This means that food stays in the stomach longer, acid reflux becomes more common, and reclining down after a large meal can cause an uncomfortable burning in the chest that interferes with sleep. At the same time, the heart and circulation become less efficient, a natural aging process that makes the body more sensitive to even minor changes in blood pressure or fluid balance. Climbing a flight of steps, or even going across the room, may cause the heart to work harder than before. And at night, this added pressure might disrupt the deep restorative stages of sleep. The kidneys and bladder also alter, with muscles losing tone and the urge to urinate increasing more often, particularly at night, a condition known as Nocturia by many seniors, which disrupts sleep and increases the risk of falling while getting up in the dark. Temperature control also deteriorates with age, as sweat glands and skin circulation become less responsive, causing older adults to overheat in a warm room or feel chilled even under a heavy blanket, both of which disrupt the body's natural rhythm of cooling down for deep sleep. Add to this joint stiffness and muscle flexibility loss, and it's evident that the body beyond 70 is more vulnerable to seemingly harmless behaviors. Consider when you were 40, perhaps eating a slice of pizza at 10 p.m. and falling asleep quickly and waking up feeling rejuvenated. At 70, the same practice typically results in lying awake with indigestion, a beating heartbeat, or restless legs that refuse to calm down. These are not signals of weakness or failure, but rather reminders that the body has changed and requires a different level of care. For many elderly Americans, these changes create an invisible strain to remain independent in order to keep up with friends or grandchildren, yet feeling disappointed when sleep is disrupted or energy declines. It can be frustrating, yet there is power in knowledge. When you understand that digestion takes longer, the bladder is more active, and the heart and circulation are less forgiving, you can make minor but significant changes. Eat dinner early, keep the bedroom colder, and schedule toilet trips before bedtime. These easy changes can relieve stress, lessen overnight awakenings, and restore a sense of control. The truth is that aging alters the body, but it does not diminish your ability to control how you feel each day. With awareness and mild modifications, you can still safeguard your health, improve your sleep, and wake up certain that your nights and mornings are yours. Habit number 1 is eating late or too much at night. One of the most underestimated yet profound influences on your health after 70 is the timing and size of your evening meal. Because what seemed harmless when you were younger can now entail risks that extend far beyond mere indigestion. As the digestive system slows with age, food stays in the stomach longer, increasing the likelihood of acid moving upward once you lie down. causing that familiar burning sensation in the chest that might wake you up in the middle of the night. Instead of falling into deep restorative sleep, your body is still hard at work digesting, keeping the stomach producing acid, and driving your heart to work harder when it should be relaxing. This increased burden on the heart can gradually elevate blood pressure, interrupt normal heartbeats, and, in some cases, pave the way for major nighttime occurrences like a stroke or even a heart attack. Many older folks report waking up with their heart pounding after a late dinner, unaware that the body is attempting to manage the stress of digesting a large meal while also trying to sleep. When these physical reactions interrupt sleep, dreams frequently become restless or unsettling, sometimes leading to nightmares that further disrupt the night's tranquility. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Consider a 72-year-old man who has for years made it a habit to eat dinner around 9 p.m., often after watching television. He felt fatigued throughout the day, but never attributed it to his late dinners. When he finally consented to relocate dinner earlier, about 6 p.m., the difference was noticeable. Within weeks, his heartburn subsided, his sleep became more consistent, and his mornings began with vigor rather than tiredness. The simple scheduling change allowed his body to metabolize food before bedtime, decreasing stress and enhancing sleep. The science underlying this is straightforward. As we age, the lower esophageal sphincter, a tiny muscle that holds stomach acid in its proper place, decreases. Lying down with a full stomach allows acid to creep upward, resulting in reflux. At the same time, substantial foods such as meat, fried foods, and spicy dishes require greater effort from the digestive system. That extra effort keeps the body busy while it should be preparing for repair and recuperation. For someone in their 40s, this may be little more than minor discomfort, but for someone in their 70s, it can be the tipping point that increases the risk of cardiovascular strain at night. The emotional side of this is equally crucial. Many seniors grew up with enormous late family dinners, or they may now live alone and like dining while watching television in the evenings. Food may provide comfort, connection, and routine, so changing meal timing is about breaking habits that are linked to memories and emotions, not just biology. Eating earlier can feel lonely or inconvenient when the rest of the household is still busy at dinner time. Recognizing this pressure helps to explain why late eating persists, despite the body's warning signals. So, what can you do? The most dependable advice is to finish your major meal 3 to 4 hours before bedtime, preferably between 6 and 7 p.m. This allows digestion to occur while you are still upright and active, giving your body time to relax before sleeping. If you find yourself hungry later, choose for something light and easy to digest, such as a tiny banana, a handful of unsalted almonds, or a cup of warm herbal tea. These solutions offer comfort without overwhelming your system. Avoid eating greasy burgers, heavy pasta meals, or spicy foods close to bedtime since, while they may be gratifying in the moment, they might keep you tossing and turning for hours. Even something as simple as sitting properly at a dining table rather than reclining on the couch reduces reflux and prepares your body for more efficient digestion. Another suggestion is to pay attention to portion size. After 70, your body requires less calories but more nutritious foods. A smaller plate of lean protein veggies and nutritious grains eaten earlier in the evening will not only preserve your heart and stomach, but will also promote deeper and more pleasant sleep. Instead of attempting to finish everything all at once, consider sharing larger quantities with family or preserving leftovers for the next day. The good news is that these improvements do not necessitate costly procedures or difficult diets. They are tiny, practical changes you can take tonight with potentially significant long-term benefits. Reduced nocturnal heartburn, fewer awakenings with a racing pulse, and a greater sensation of peace when settling down to rest. Each morning you may feel lighter, more stable, and in control of your health. Remember that eating earlier does not imply constraint or punishment. It is about showing your body the respect it deserves at this point in life. Respecting the normal changes that occur with age benefits your heart, stomach, and sleep. While changing an old pattern might be challenging, the benefits of better sleep and safer nights make the effort worthwhile. Every decision you make at the dinner table influences how you feel the next morning. Recognizing the risks of late-night meals and making intentional changes to your behaviors can help you protect your heart, improve your digestion, and recover the restful nights that everyone deserves, regardless of age. These changes are not about fear, but about empowerment, the ability to be active, independent, and powerful while treating your body with respect and care. The second habit is to drink too much liquid in the evening. For many older folks, being hydrated has traditionally been regarded as a sign of good health. However, what seems beneficial during the day might gradually turn dangerous at night. After 70, the body's ability to handle fluids decreases, and drinking too much in the evening can result in frequent toilet excursions that disrupt sleep, drain vitality, and even create perilous circumstances in the dark. Every time you wake, your body is jolted out of its natural rhythm, and what should be deep restorative sleep becomes a series of restless fragments. Frequent midnight urination, or nocturia, is one of the most prevalent concerns among seniors. The bladder loses some of its flexibility, the muscles weaken, and the kidneys continue to filter fluids even when asleep. A large glass of water or tea before bed may feel cozy, but within hours it will have you going to the restroom again and again. These awakenings are not just inconvenient, they also pose serious risks. Imagine falling asleep at 2 in the morning and waking up with an urgent need to go. Your blood pressure has not yet adjusted as you sit up, so standing may cause you to feel dizzy or lightheaded. This abrupt drop in pressure, known as postural hypotension, is the major cause of nocturnal falls in older persons. A single fall can result in a shattered hip, a hospitalization, or permanent loss of independence. For many families, this is the silent worry that lurks beneath each late-night slip. The risk doesn't end there. Each trip to the restroom usually necessitates turning on a light, which fools your brain into believing it is morning. This disrupts the natural release of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body to stay sleeping. Poor sleep quality deteriorates memory, affects the immune system, and raises the risk of cognitive decline, including dementia. Scientists have discovered that seniors who wake frequently at night are more likely to experience memory problems later in life, not just due to age, but also because their sleep is persistently disrupted. Let's look at an actual example. Mary, a 75-year-old grandma, enjoyed her evening ritual of sipping 2 cups of tea before bedtime. She thought it helped her relax, but the end consequence was 4 bathroom trips every night. She frequently felt sleepy, stumbled in the hallway, and occasionally forgot she had already left. After her doctor advised her to cut back, she began drinking small sips of water in the evenings rather than full cups. Within weeks, her nights improved. She slept for longer periods of time, woke up feeling more rested, and regained her confidence in moving around her house safely. Stories like Mary's demonstrate how even minor changes can restore power. The approach is not to avoid water, but to be aware of timing. Drink the majority of your fluids early in the day, when your body is more active and capable of handling them. Aim to taper off by late afternoon, so your bladder will have less work to do at night. If you're thirsty in the evening, take little sips instead than full glasses, which will provide comfort without overpowering your system. It is also advisable to pay attention to what you drink. Caffeinated beverages such as coffee, black tea, and sodas not only provide fluid but also function as diuretics, boosting urine production. Drinking them late in the day causes a restless night. Choosing non-caffeinated herbal teas or simply warm water in modest doses is far easier on an aging body. Another key factor to consider is home safety. If nighttime restroom visits are unavoidable, make sure your space is safe. Use a low nightlight instead of bright overhead lighting to maintain consistent melatonin levels. Keep firm slippers or non-slip socks near the bed to prevent falls. Clear the hallway of clutter, and if possible, add grab bars near the toilet to provide extra stability. These basic steps can turn a potentially deadly scenario into a tolerable routine. Medication is another important consideration that is sometimes disregarded. Some medications, particularly diuretics, used to treat blood pressure or heart issues, naturally increase overnight urination. If you find yourself waking up regularly, speak with your doctor. Changing the schedule of medication from evening to morning can make a major effect without compromising its advantages. It is an important topic to have because the aim is not only excellent health, but also safe, uninterrupted sleep. On an emotional level, waking several times per night can be discouraging. Many seniors accept restless nights as a natural part of becoming older. But this does not have to be the case. Recognizing the link between evening fluids and nighttime disruptions empowers you to act. It is comforting to know that you are not helpless and that minor changes can restore the dignity of sleeping through the night. So, follow these simple guidelines. Drink properly in the morning and afternoon, taper off after 6 p.m., avoid caffeine late in the day, and take just little sips if necessary in the hours before bed. If you still have nocturia, prepare your environment with light slippers and safety elements, and examine your meds. Making these thoughtful tweaks protects more than just your sleep. You protect your memory, balance, and independence. You lower your danger of falling, allow your brain to relax deeply, and wake up feeling more stable, clear, and in control. This is about living wisely rather than fearfully. Your decisions are important, and by accepting how your body changes beyond 70, you can still mold evenings of safety and mornings of power. Habit number 3, keeping the bedroom excessively warm. A warm, pleasant bedroom often sounds like the ideal recipe for relaxation, especially on a cold night. However, for elderly folks, sustaining too much heat at night might pose a major health danger. The body's ability to control temperature declines after the age of 70. Sweat glands do not respond as efficiently. Blood vessels take longer to open or contract, and as a result, the body has difficulty cooling down while sleeping. Instead of sleeping calmly, the heart must work harder to pump blood and discharge heat, putting additional strain on the body's ability to recuperate. This extra effort does more than just upset comfort. When your body overheats, dehydration is more common. Even modest dehydration can thicken the blood, increasing the likelihood of deadly clots forming at night. For seniors who already have heart disease or circulatory difficulties, this hidden stress might lead to strokes, heart attacks, or unexpected midnight emergencies. Furthermore, a warm atmosphere disrupts the brain's normal cooling process, which indicates that it is time for deep sleep. Without a drop in temperature, sleep is shallow and restless, with frequent awakenings. Once you know what to look for, you can easily detect the indicators. Waking up sweaty, tossing and turning, to find a cooler spot, or feeling thirsty in the early morning are all signs that the room is too hot. Some elderly folks report waking up lightheaded or exhausted, unable to get out of bed due to a lack of meaningful sleep. A seemingly innocent thermostat setting can leave the body drained, unsteady, and vulnerable. Consider the example of Frank, a 74-year-old retiree. He kept his bedroom around 75 degrees, feeling it was preferable to keep warm. Night after night, he tossed and twisted, waking up soaked in sweat. He assumed that was merely a result of age. Then, after consulting with his doctor, he turned down his thermostat to 66 degrees and replaced his heavy blanket with a lighter cotton one. The difference was startling. He slept more soundly, awoke less frequently, and began embracing his mornings with renewed vigor and a sense of peace that he had previously lost. Frank's tale demonstrates how tiny changes can transform nights. The scientific evidence backs this up. Experts recommend keeping the bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit for best sleep. That range supports the body's normal temperature cycle, promoting melatonin release and allowing for longer periods of restful sleep. Unlike prescription drugs or complicated therapies, adjusting the thermostat is free, yet can provide significant benefits. Aside from the thermostat, other options are important. Using lightweight cotton or linen blankets instead of hefty synthetic ones helps to avoid overheating. These natural textiles breathe, allowing moisture to leave and air to circulate. The same goes for sleepwear. Loose, moisture-wicking pajamas made of breathable fabrics help control body heat more effectively than flannel or polyester. For those who still feel too warm, a small bedside fan or an open window can provide mild breeze that keeps the environment stable and free of drafts. Some seniors find relief in using a cooling cushion made of specific materials that draw heat away from their heads and necks. Because these locations release a large portion of the body's heat, regulating them helps you sleep better. These pillows are widely available, and while they may appear to be a luxury, many older individuals consider them as a little investment that pays off with more restful nights. Of course, the emotional aspect cannot be overlooked. Many people feel safer in a warm space, particularly those who grew up in drafty dwellings or equate cold with misery. Moving to a cooler climate may feel unusual at first, and family members may doubt the transition. But the truth is cooler. Sleep is beneficial. Sleeping and viewing warmth as a comfort rather than a requirement allows the body to benefit from what science has discovered. So, here are some practical steps. Keep the temperature between 60 and 67 degrees. Replace heavy blankets with breathable ones. Wear lighter sleepwear and produce airflow with a fan or an open window. If necessary, use a cooling pillow to support the head and neck. These are not drastic alterations, but rather intelligent choices that are consistent with how an aging body functions. By making these changes, you can lower the strain on your heart, protect against dehydration, and provide your brain with the conditions it needs for deep rest. You also protect against the silent dangers of clot strokes and midnight emergencies. More importantly, you regain control of nights that may have seemed increasingly unpredictable. Remember that keeping the bedroom cold isn't about discomfort. It is about establishing settings in which your body may relax, mend, and rejuvenate. Each night provides an opportunity to wake up stronger, steadier, and more rejuvenated. You are not helpless against disturbed sleep or morning fatigue. With small, thoughtful modifications, you can recapture the tranquility of your nights and the clarity of your mornings, demonstrating once more that age does not determine comfort. Your choices do. Habit number 4 is sleeping in the incorrect position. When you think about sleep, you might consider how many hours you get. However, the position you sleep in each night can be equally essential, especially after 70. Certain positions can discreetly increase health risks by restricting breathing, lowering circulation, and putting pressure on the heart. What feels nice at first may eventually interfere with oxygen levels and the type of slumber your body requires. Sleeping flat on your back is one of the most dangerous positions for elderly people. As throat muscles weaken with aging, the tongue and soft tissues may fall backward, obstructing the airway. This frequently leads to obstructive sleep apnea, a disorder in which breathing regularly stops and starts throughout the night. As a result, oxygen levels drop, the heart works harder, and deep sleep is constantly interrupted. Many people wake up groggy with headaches or a racing pulse, unaware that the cause is their sleeping position. The right side may feel easier, yet it puts more pressure on the heart. This position may cause fluid buildup in the lungs or legs in seniors, with circulation problems or cardiac disorders. Over time, the heart works harder to pump efficiently, increasing the risk of heart failure and stroke. Even minor oxygen deficits can have a negative impact on memory, energy, and overall health over time. Consider Robert, a 76-year-old who has slept on his back for years. His wife noted that he would occasionally stop breathing and pant for air. At first, he disregarded it as snoring, but exhaustion and morning headaches made life difficult. After being advised to sleep on his left side, Robert noticed an instant change. His breathing improved, his mornings seemed better, and he gained confidence in his health. Experts believe that the left side is the healthiest position for most older persons. This posture relieves pressure on the heart, improves circulation, and even aids digestion, making it very beneficial to people suffering from acid reflux. Transitioning may feel odd when preparing your sleeping environment, but it helps reinforce the practice. Arrange cushions and blankets so that your body naturally stays in the position you choose. If you wake up on your back, turn to your side softly and without impatience. Your body gradually adjusts to the new routine. It is not necessary to be afraid when adjusting your sleeping posture. It is about empowerment. Make a mindful shift to safeguard your heart, brain, and independence. Small choices at night lead to safer, stronger mornings. Remember that even the manner you lie down conveys a message to your body. We investigated 4 bedtime habits that may appear harmless, but might quietly jeopardize your health beyond 70. Eating late, big meals, drinking too many fluids in the evening, making the bedroom too warm, and sleeping in the improper position. These behaviors are not intended to alarm you, but rather to remind you that prevention is within reach and that simple changes can make a significant difference in how safe and strong you feel every morning. Consider it this way. One tiny change tonight, such as finishing dinner earlier, drinking less liquid before bed, lowering the thermostat, or sleeping on your left side, can protect your heart, help your brain, and improve your sleep. You don't have to change everything at once. Take one step at a time, and you'll see results. I invite you to change just one habit this evening and observe how you feel tomorrow. Then share your experience in the comments section below, as your tale may inspire someone else. And if you found this video useful, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with a friend or family member who may benefit. Consider this: a serene morning, sunlight spilling across the porch, and you with a warm cup of coffee in hand, smiling from a night of restful sleep. That is the reward for taking care of yourself, one small habit at a time.